You are live with the legendary Jerry Show. I am Jerry Clark, I guess legendary Jerry Huntangi. My sidekick, co-host, whatever you want to call her. Not like that.
You can call me Queen.
Can we curse?
That's fine.
And
of course you can curse.
Fine as fuck. Call her fine as fuck.
Is she fine? Is she? You said
Not just fine.
Fine as fuck.
Let me slide over.
Fine as fuck.
Let's see. You want to show everybody? Tell the shit since you want to put. Because people ain't seen that ass.
Stop trying to start. Really?
We need to celebrate. We need to uplift our women.
Thank you, Ray.
Real talk, man. Because they're the most unprotected. Out there.
Now I will
say it again.
I will say that. I agree with you on that. For those who don't know, this guy right here is Mr. Ray Daniels, Vice President of A&R at Interscope Records. And when I tell you, me and this man have had a long history, but he is really, really, Tangi, the last of a dying breed. And by saying that,
I agree.
By me saying that, what I mean is, when it comes to artists and repertoire, A&R person, there are very few people left that put their all from a passionate standpoint, just knowing a hit record. And when I mean hit, I'm talking about from the production to the writing. I've sat with this guy. I've sat with him in numerous studio sessions over the years, not just with Rock City, but this guy is fucking passionate. This passionate. He always called me the OG. I look up to this dude. So that's why when I say the last of a dying breed, with putting your foot into it from an A&R guy, this is that nigga right here.
And I
this
will
is
say,
that. Look at him. He said, "Look at it." But hey, kudos to you.
I got a story. I'm gonna finish that. We got a story.
But I want to say that Ray is more than last of a dying breed in music. He is last of a dying breed in men. Okay? And I just want to say this because I have worked with him on multiple projects. Yeah. And I've got to see other sides of him outside of music.
A dad, stand-up guy.
Yep. My God. Phenomenal. Phenomenal dad. And just, he doesn't hide any of his flaws. And it is very rare to find anybody like that. Even rarer to find a man like that. Yeah. And his love for love and understanding of love and relationships.
Damn, you getting all mushy and sappy and shit.
He's right here.
I'm not.
We done been in the trenches together.
Yes, man. Apartment, sharing food together.
Yeah,
you know,
we done been in the trenches.
About.
Yeah, like
people don't know your journey, Ray. As people just look at it now, like, oh, this dude, he's this big, music executive, and he's this, the A&R guy and all that, but they don't know Ray Daniels, the man, the person. Like, I mean, I know it's great. People want to hear that, but of course, I'm speaking as you being the top of the line, man, when it comes to the A&R.
Well, I don't consider myself an A&R. I don't consider myself. I mean, I think I'm just, if you look at my Instagram, it says I'm a coach.
Yeah, I see that.
If I'm coaching music, or I'm coaching my son how to be a man, if I'm coaching
women how to date,
I just look at myself as kind of like a coach and the salesman. I just so happen to be coaching artists and hopefully selling the music that they do. I mean, it's like simple for me, but I'm just happy to be here. I share like a dope history with both of these people. Jerry doesn't even know. I've been knowing.
Here we go.
Real talk. We could say the legendary Jerry Clark because my first internship I ever had was working with your rival.
Which was what?
No, we ain't going.
He know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, we can't say it? Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And Jerry was like, I was interning for a radio promoter, and basically, Jerry Clark was getting all of the work, and my guy wasn't getting as much.
He was getting a lot, though.
He was getting a lot, but you were choice A and he was choice B. So, you got to look at it from the point of working on like the B team, but from the standpoint of being the ball boy on the B team, like not even a player on the B team, like the ball boy. So you see it from a perspective of trying to help the B team leader, but also I didn't see Jerry as competition for me because for me I was just trying to get on, but also seeing how the A team got moved, and
it was with the person you was interning for, it was on. I in the street, it probably was a little friction.
It was deep. No, it was deep. It was real. It was real. I remember it was real. And the main reason was because they both had artists in the same genre, and your artist popped off. your artist, because he still has. Actually, I wish it was on iTunes. I still would like to hear the Dream Eyes record. Like, and remember he was taking.
Wow.
Remember he was.
I had an artist. I had an artist named Axe.
Yeah, Axe, and he had a record with Killer Mike.
And Killer Mike.
I remember him.
Nah, he had a. If you heard the
had a
record,
big
you will
record.
remember it. You heard it was a big radio record.
That Dream.
That was his artist.
That was
yeah.
my artist,
I remember,
Axe.
but I never remember
And
his
Killer
name.
Mike had
Yeah.
a verse on it.
Yeah.
And actually, I just spoke to someone recently, and they said they're going to take that song and put it with a new hot R&B artist that's out now.
No, it's dope. Like it was special. And my guy, my guy wasn't, his artist didn't pop off, and it was always kind of like they're two radio promoters, but they also trying to break R&B artists, and we all in the same city, so it was a natural rivalry. And I was the intern under that guy, and Jerry was like the infamous Jerry Clark, who was kicking our asses. It wasn't like no. I'm being for real. Like, this is the thing, man. Sometimes, man, I gotta say this. That's why I complimented Tangi. Sometimes as black people, we don't like to give each other roses. And that's the problem. That's why no matter where I'm at in life, I still call you OG, right?
Sure do.
No matter
Every
what.
time you
I don't
see
give a
it.
fuck if I was the fucking CEO of Interscope. I would still say OG. Because that's how because if it's somebody who's looking up to me, that's saying OG, I see me calling you my OG, and they can't get to me, they might get to you. And then you might have the next thing. And that's my problem that I don't think we do. We don't big each other up. We train to kill each other, and I think that's wrong. You know
It's
what I'm
the
saying?
Willie Lynch syndrome.
That post-traumatic slave syndrome.
Yeah,
shit.
it's like for me, it's like I think there's a lot of issues. I don't know if it's Willie Lynch. I think
Willie Lynch at the
I
root
think
of it all.
I think it's deeper than that. I just think that even today, because there's some people here that don't know about Willie Lynch. Like,
Right.
it's some people that don't, but they still fall victim to it, right?
Damn right they do.
But I think that the bigger issue is just we don't have enough real black men. Like even you or what you went through. I don't know how much of that you talk about, but even
I talk about a lot. 'Cause
Okay,
it's
so
part of
it's part of the story.
my
So even with
now.
you, what you went through, you were still a black man out there trying to help kids live their dream,
Yep.
Yeah.
but they got you. You see what I'm saying? And my thing is that, the way this world is set up, it's set up that if we're strong, we all got our weaknesses. We all got our vices, Shit, everybody got their vices.
Yeah.
But,
True.
if we're strong, our vices can take us down, or our things that we're passionate about can
Damn
take us
right.
down. But, like Jay said, like I done did bad for good. But shit, I done did worse for less. And that's real talk. So, I mean.
And I want to say this before, not to cut you off, before we jump off into, the music and all that stuff, is I don't know if you remember this, but before I went into prison, I think, Tens, you might have been with us, too. It's funny. This was back in late 2015 before I even went into the feds. It was me, you, I believe Tangi, and Polo. We had went to this little spot over in for dinner.
The restaurant.
Off Peachtree?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right off
I was
Peachtree.
Okay, yeah.
But when we was at the studio, you said something to me, and this was I was going through storms, not just a storm, but multiple storms. And you probably don't remember, but you said some like real uplifting shit to me that really, really, really stuck with me because I was going through it. Like I say, and then later with my pops dying and then going away to the feds. But you said some shit. I was like, yo.
Well, I remember.
It resonated with me and it stuck with me. It was some real shit. And I appreciate that shit.
And
straight up.
And it's a lot of us, and a lot of times, especially with us as men, black men, we don't express the mental state that we're in. We're not taught to express that, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I just feel like it's a lot of, that's what I'm saying, it could be Willie Lynch also, but it's also a lot of the way we're supposed to be built, but we're also built to kill. We're built to kill and we're built to be killed. So when you're going through, like, it's nobody who will meet me that won't say I said something positive to him, because in my mind it's like, shit, sometimes I might say something to you and it's really, I'm talking to myself. Like, hey, man, hold your head up, man. Just be strong because shit going through it.
Yeah.
It's shit that I'm going through. Like, we never understand what the other's going through. Some people look at your life and say, you're winning. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you winning. But shit, it's a couple of us, and I don't want to say their name because I don't want to speak on it, but it's a couple of us that has killed themselves when they was on top. And I understand why.
Right.
And I never, as a young nigga coming up, I always be like, what? What the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Like, why would you do that? Like, and you winning, but it's like, I understand why now.
Do you think that that's the one part of the industry? Because you know how, like, you see now kids they're exposed to the Instagram version of the music industry, right?
Yeah.
And so, and I think because of that and because of going viral, we kind of talked about this a little bit with Smurf, because of going viral, all they see is that part of it, and then if what happens to Michael Jackson or what happened to Prince part of it, it's that part that you're talking about, the part that makes you understand, okay, I see why they would kill themselves, is the part that people don't see. Do you think that that's a part of the issue?
Well, yeah, it is a part. It is the issue. But the part of the issue is this. The bottom line is this. Mind you, I never really had a true mentor. I've had mentors, but I never really had someone who I knew at my highest or lowest moment. I can get them on the phone, and they're gonna give me the best advice for me, not for them, but for me. Never had that. My father died, so I always kind of had to grab a jewel from him, grab a jewel from this person. And I remember Donald Woodard, attorney, and he was just telling. I was in Donald's office, and he was just in his office reading. And I was like, "What you reading?" He's like, "I'm reading a book called Peace and Valleys," and I'm like, "I never even read the book before. I haven't read the book to this day." And I'm, because. So I don't really like to read like that. Like I'm an audiobook guy, but I'm not the reader guy. Like
and that's you move very fast.
And I do, and that's what I'm saying. And I do. So guess what? I need to listen. So I'm like, sometimes I'm in my car. Like today, I'm listening to The Alchemist, and I'm listening to it.
Great book.
Yeah, I never did it before. Troy Carter told me to read it, right? But my point is that he actually told me to read it because of where I was at mentally. Because I had somebody I need to vent to.
First book I read when I got to prison.
For real? Yes, I haven't. I'm in it. I'm reading it. I'm listening to it. Jeremy Irons reading it. But what I was saying was that it's this thing about Donald Peaks and Valleys where he says, everybody thinks that their greater days are in front of them. Like you're not gonna meet somebody who's gonna say, "Man, my best days behind me, man." And he was like, and the reality in life is that some of us might have had our peak already, and head to our valley, and And that always stuck with me. And it was just simple as that. Like, some people have their peaks, some people have their valleys, but no one admits when they're in their peak. They always think they can get better. And when someone's in there, and everybody thinks that they're in their valley. Everybody thinks that there could be, like, they can get higher, And because of that, it's like, I always thought about, like, people are up, people are down. You know what I'm saying? And the problem with this business is that this business is like heroin, right? Like, I always tell people, like, working in the business I'm in, for a fact. And Tangi, like, working in this business is like heroin, right? And I say heroin and not weed or not coke because heroin is a high that you can't escape, right? It's a high that you, like, when you're in, you're like, holy shit, I'm in this shit. And when you come down, it's like, fuck, I'm down,
hard,
right?
Yeah.
So the music business is like, people save their money for a year to go on a vacation for a week to do what I do every fucking day.
Ain't that some shit?
I mean, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I literally just flew into Atlanta last night, first class. I'm flying right back to LA Monday morning for meetings, first class. And when I'm out there, I'm always at concerts, I'm at events, like, I'm at stuff that people dream about. I know celebrities, and that's the life that people dream of, and I live it every day, right? So, but...
And you put the fucking work in already. I've watched you as not as a youngin'. I don't want to.
No, it's cool.
But I've sat back like a proud big brother, like watching you, and I enjoy the posts that you put on social media. And like you just said, you're living a life, but people don't realize.
People like the masses, but I mean, like, someone listens.
Yes, that's what it's for,
there's
Ray.
Someone out there
because it's gotta be
there's someone out there who literally is unsure.
And that's why we got people like you on the show.
And
We
just keep
appreciate
going.
You, man.
And I just want to say, I'm spreading
my
love,
nigga, I
man.
appreciate
Give
you, man.
love,
Thank
smile
you
at
for
the world,
everything.
and to smile back at you.
Love
Just keep
you,
smiling.
Ray.
Love you too,
So
mama.
congratulations
Thank
again on
you.
the baby, man.
And the movie that I'm
And
gonna
the
be
movie you
in
just got.
at Legendary Jerry
We out.
Podcast.
Look, he's getting that. He got
Jerry
a gig.
Clark Show.